you look at all, you are equipped with a great knowledge, great expertise, but if all the knowledge and expertise does not help our fellow human beings or humanity, the purpose would be lost. If you look at Israel, with the one river, Jordan, with all the difficulties, the terrain which is not convenient for agriculture, and completely surrounded by so many hostile nations, but they're able to do extreme innovation in agriculture, in military technology, in IT, what not many things. Somehow it all depends on never run away from a conflict, never run away from any kind of adversity, especially never run away from any kind of failure. Be damn confident. If you go through failures, face it, go through it, and break the pattern and achieve that. So for me, any kind of hardship, any kind of hostile environment, I take it as a challenge. And never run away from any kind of defeat, and never walk out from any kind of failure. And learning is a continuous process. And I know that today if I fail, tomorrow I'm going to win. It's not just about what I'm going through, but right from my childhood, this is what I told myself. Be a dreamer. You don't lose anything. At this age, when you're in teens, when you're just in the early 20s, you will go through a lot of things. You'll go through humiliation. Would I be successful? You have many kind of doubts, speculations. But one thing, be very clear. No matter what, you're gonna achieve it. All the failures, every possible negative situation, you can turn it into a positive manner and you can pave the path for success. And it is about so many people, every day what I do is, I do a little bit of everything. I have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan. Whether I achieve it or not, I keep on pursuing, I keep on doing that hard work. I never run away from any kind of negative situation. And also, you have to have a very strong moral code of yours. What are your rights and what are your wrongs? What is your code of conduct? Legally, you might be right, but morally, one could be wrong. So it is about you try to have your own moral compass. It is not, for example, when I was doing my intermediate, I had a chance to pass the exam by taking some slips, and my friends were copying. I was looking at it. I would have passed, but I thought, would I feel good by the end of the day? Suddenly I remembered Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji's life lesson when he tried to copy in a school and he said no to it. So I took the example of Gandhiji and never copied. I failed. I didn't succeed, but I failed. I took that failure in a dignity rather than cutting in a shortcut way and achieving exam results, good results. I prefer to be a failure with honesty. So that's what I believe. Because you have to have a very strong moral compass. So what are your moral guidelines? What you would be planning to achieve, in which way? Don't have any kind of shortcuts in life. Shortcuts might be giving you an edge for a time being. Eventually you would get caught up with your wrongs. So I advise you, I request you, don't cut short. Don't try to take shortcuts in life. Face the hardships, face the difficulties, and you would be a better person. Society has so many intellectuals, so many capable people. And you know about the first father of nuclear bomb, Oppenheimer. Technology and innovation should have a human face. We should have empathy. And Oppenheimer, after blasting the first nuclear bomb, He said, we have unleashed death. I have become the death merchant. And that kind of technology will never make us happy. It is about a simple invention, a simple app which would better lives. For example, in recent times, we know about Steve Jobs. He's the greatest modern day innovator. His Apple is one of the most valuable companies on the planet with a line of products from Apple laptops to iPods and iPhones. Apple products are tech savvy, classy and comes with great features. If you had iPhone 13 last year, this year you had to buy the next phone, and next year and so on. But the key question to ask is, how many Indians can afford the latest iPhone? How many people in the world can afford iPhone? Not even 5% of the world can afford Apple products. But thousands of techies in global giant like Apple spend 90% of its R&D and time for that niche 2 to 3% of world population. But what I would prefer is, I'll never say Steve Jobs kind of entrepreneurs are not needed, but they're needed. But I would like to share one more story of how many of you would be knowing this story. It's Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis during the 1971 Liberation War. Over 10 million people from nearby areas of present-day Bangladesh entered into India as refugees. A massive cholera epidemic started in the refugee camps. There were hardly any medicines or trained staff or doctors. Dr. Dilip Mahalanobis deployed the ORS therapy, which is known as oral rehydration solution, even before it was given approval by the authorities. Even though the doctor took the flak, this timely intervention saved millions of people, and thanks to his ORS therapy. It saved 5 crores lives globally. Today, all the 190 plus countries use ORS. The Lancet journal called the ORS therapy as the greatest discovery of 20th century. But he never patented. That's what I'm trying to say. His brilliance, his intelligence, his intellectual prowess. He never in spite of having everything, but he never patented his therapy and did not exploit it for a commercial purpose. At the age of 87 years, the great human being passed away last year and was awarded the Padma Vibhushan by the government of India. Even today, 24/7, 365 days, his innovation saves millions of people all over the world. So my advice is to all the graduates, gonna be graduates, here is to think about ideas and innovation that are simple, successful, sustainable, scalable, and work on tech that improves social mobility and reduces inequalities. So admire and adore Steve Jobs, but find your own Dilip Mahalanobis in you. Besides all the jazz, gloss, and shiny glitz, what's more important is not the tech, but the impact which is going to cause to your fellow human beings. And you think about Nikola Tesla. He had 300 inventions, but he never patented. He gave all his patent rights. And he believes that it belongs to the world. And I look at very heroes, not on silver screen. Don't look at me and don't adore me, but adore the people who made you to come here. A teacher in a school, a teacher in a college, a professor who taught you something. Maybe heroes are good to be entertained. Even including me, I'm saying, I'm okay to be entertained. But you have to look at the heroes who are around you. Maybe from your parents' side.